It's contraception. That's right.
Okay.
I have picked a topic
Okay.
which is going to be difficult to remain PG, and I'm going to do my absolute best. So, how did they prevent pregnancy? Well, there's multiple options. The first one, get ready. This is the official terminology in Latin. Coitus interruptus.
Is that basically pulling?
Yeah, it is. I was about to ask you to guess, but you already knew. So, coitus interruptus. Maybe still people in the modern day try this method.
Yeah. It's a regularly used methodology.
But for listeners who perhaps of a particular age, this is not an effective method. Do not rely on this method. It's just that in the Middle Ages, this was the only one. This is one of the only ones they had. It would
massively improve it. It would massively improve your chances of not doing it.
Yes.
Again, it still has a chance of contraception. It just does reduce your chances.
It is not 100% reliable, which is a running theme in these options. So the second one option is herbal contraceptives.
Okay.
So the technology wasn't there, of course, to be
Middle Ages the pill.
Yeah, the technology wasn't there to be chemically preventing pregnancy like the pill. In fact, I believe the pill was invented in like the 50s or something. So for the majority of human history,
I was expecting it to be the pill.
Yeah, but it's not that. So what would happen is these herbs would be a way of it wasn't like chemically preventative. Instead, it was kind of the opposite in that it was a way of ending pregnancy before it had really materialized, or to bring about menstruation early, basically, right? And so they would mix into teas or directly apply it to the area of the woman. So yeah, you can see why my choice of topic is making this really hard to remain PG, isn't it? So I'll give you a couple examples, although there were a fair few. One of them is called rue. Ruta graviolinus.
How are you spelling that?
R-U-E. Don't know what this is.
That's like road. Is it road in French?
Yeah, I mean, the Latin, the species name is Ruta graviolinus or something like that. But there's another one called Queen Anne's lace. This is for the biologists. This is Dacus carota, which I think is a variation. It's like a wild carrot. Finally, douching, which is douching, as in
Oh,
yeah.
interesting.
So yeah, basically this is washing the area afterwards after activity.
Don't try this one. This definitely won't work.
Well, again, it's limited efficacy here. And there were actually some rarer options that I discovered in this rabbit hole, but they're not really relevant in England, so I'll just super lightly touch on them. It's like they would like soak sponges in things like vinegar or wine and apply it to the area of the woman. But again, there's limited evidence to suggest that this was actually happening in England during the time period. So it was more like a Mediterranean from what I could see, like Italian sauces and stuff like that. But anyway, yeah, so there you go. You probably never thought that question in your life, and now you know the answer. When in doubt, coitus interruptus. No.
I can imagine that's probably the most effective one in the period.
Yeah, I mean,
in the period, I can imagine compared to
I didn't look into efficacy rates of these herbal contraceptives, but
I think they could be massively varied by the person doing this. That's probably why it's probably they're not very effective, because you have to have someone who knew how to do it.
Yeah.
I think there's that classic trope of a herb woman.
Who
I think that was the origin of part of the witch stuff, is because it's the
mixing
person who lived out in the
herbs
woods collecting herbs, making concoctions, and that was like, that person's a witch.
Yeah. I mean, I think, to be honest, the most effective method that they had at the time was maybe all three. You could do all three. There's nothing stopping you from doing more than one.